everyone, I am Niharika and I'm back with a grammar lesson for you. Yes, today we are going to look at adverb placement in a sentence. Now, before we understand where adverbs are to be placed in a sentence, we are going to first understand that what are adverbs? Well, adverbs tell us about how, when, or where something is done. Okay, so it's very easy to understand what is the role of an adverb by just looking at the word. So it adds something to the verb. Okay, so it tells us about how, when, or where something is done. Okay, so that's adverb for you. For example, when I say, I often visit my grandmother in Chicago. So here the word visit is the verb, but how often do I visit my grandmother? Well, the word often is the adverb. Okay, so that is telling me that how often I visit my grandmother. Okay? Are ways where we place the adverb in a sentence. In fact, there are three positions. One is the initial position, then we have the mid or the middle position, and then we have the end. Okay, so that's in a sentence. So here first we are going to look at the initial position of the adverb, that it's at the start of a sentence. Now, in the beginning, when you use an adverb, the types of adverbs that you use are connecting adverbs, and another type of adverbs that you end up using at the beginning of the sentence are the time adverbs. Now let's look at some examples that would help you to understand this better. Now life is hard, however, life can be fun. Now here your adverb is however. Now you would wonder, is that in the beginning? Well, that's connecting adverbs for you. So always remember, connecting adverbs are the words that connect your phrase that has come before. So it connects a phrase that has come before. So it is used at the beginning of a phrase in order to connect the phrase that has come before. So life is hard is your first phrase. Now in order to connect this phrase, you are using a connecting adverb, okay, to complete the meaning of the thing that you're saying. However, life can be fun. Okay, so however is used at the beginning of a sentence in order to connect your first phrase. Now, the connecting adverbs that we have in English are however, then we also have then, next, still, consequently, okay, and however. Okay, so these are the connecting adverbs for you that would help you to connect the phrase that is used before. Okay, so let's look at another example here. My friend Mark doesn't enjoy school. Still, he gets good grades. So here the word still is your connecting adverb and it's used at the beginning of the sentence in order to connect your first sentence. Okay? Hope you got this right. Now, another kind of adverbs that we use at the beginning of a sentence is the time adverbs. But also remember, the time adverbs are the most flexible ones. They not only come at the beginning of a sentence, but they also come in the middle, and of course, they also come in the last, which we will learn later. So look at the example here. Tomorrow, I will visit my mom. So, when are you going to visit your mom? Tomorrow. So here, the word tomorrow is your adverb, it's your time adverb, and you are using it at the beginning of a sentence. Okay? Another example is Sundays, I like playing football. So when do you like playing football? You like playing football on Sundays. So Sundays here is used at the beginning and it is a time adverb. So hope you got this right. But remember, in order to place the adverb at the beginning of a sentence, you can only use connecting adverbs and you can use time adverbs. Okay? Now let's have a look at the mid position of adverbs. Now let's have a look at the middle position. Now middle position is when adverbs come in the middle of a sentence. And what kind of adverbs come in the middle of a sentence? Well, they are focusing adverbs. Now, focusing adverbs put emphasis on one part of a sentence in order to modify the other part of a sentence. Okay? Now, what kind of adverbs modify or add information to the other part of the sentence? Well, they are the adverbs of frequency. Okay, so I'll write it over here. Adverbs of frequency. Then we have adverbs of certainty. So adverbs of frequency, adverbs of certainty, and comment adverbs, which means, well, I'll explain that to you. Adverbs of comment. Now, look at the example over here. She never forgets to call her sister. So, the word never is the adverb that we end up using in the middle of a sentence. And it's adverb of frequency. So, never, often, sometimes. Usually, okay, so these are all adverbs of frequency that end up coming in the middle of a sentence, okay? So that's how these adverbs are placed in the middle position. If you look at another example here, I will certainly buy a copy of this book. So here, the word certainly is the adverb of certainty, okay? So this comes in the middle. Okay, it's placed in the middle. Now, the adverbs of certainty are like certainly or probably. Okay, so these are certain adverbs that you can end up using in the middle of a sentence. Okay, and then the third example here. At the conference, she intelligently answered all her critics. So, she intelligently. How did she answer? Well, she intelligently answered. So, here, the word intelligently is your adverb, okay, that is placed in the middle of a sentence, and it is adverb of comment. Now, adverb of comment, it means when you want to talk about a quality, okay. So, for example, she intelligently, or she stupidly, or she smartly answered all the questions. So these are all adverbs of comment, okay? And these all kind of adverbs are the focusing adverbs that end up coming in the middle of a sentence, okay? So that's the middle position for you. Now let's look at the end position of adverbs. Now we are going to look at the end position, which means the adverbs that come at the end of a sentence. Now what types of adverbs come at the end of a sentence? Well, they are adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, and adverbs of time. Okay? So now if we look at the examples here, you will get an idea of what I am saying. John does his homework carefully. Now, of course, we are looking at the end position, right? So, which means the adverb will be placed at the end of a sentence. So here, the word carefully is your adverb, and it is an adverb of manner, which gives us an idea that we are talking about how something is done. Okay, so here, John does his homework carefully. Okay, so carefully is the adverb, and it's an adverb of manner which always comes at the end of a sentence. Okay, the next one here, Mark hasn't done this report accurately. So accurately is again your adverb of manner. It's giving us an idea of how the report is being done. Okay, so that's your adverb at the end of the sentence. The next one, I am walking in the garden outside. Now again, the word outside is your adverb, and it is an adverb of place. So when you talk about an adverb of place, it means you are talking about where something is done. Okay, so here I am working in the garden outside. Where am I working in the garden? Outside. So therefore, the word outside is my adverb, which is placed at the end, okay? And it is the adverb of place, okay? The next one, Susan is cleaning downstairs. So where is she cleaning? She's cleaning downstairs. Therefore, the word downstairs is your adverb, which is placed at the end, okay? And it is the adverb of place. Right? Now let's look at another example. Frank likes relaxing at home on weekends. So he likes relaxing at home when? Well, on the weekends. Now remember at the beginning, we learned that the adverbs of time are the most flexible adverbs. They can be used in the beginning, okay? They can be placed in the initial position, or in the middle position, or the end position. Okay, so here we are talking about the end position, and we are talking about the adverbs of time. So here, weekends is your adverb of time, which is placed at the end of a sentence. Next one, I have a meeting tomorrow. So when do you have a meeting? Well, you have a meeting tomorrow. So tomorrow is your adverb of time, which is placed at the end of a sentence. So always remember, when you have to place an adverb at the end, okay, you end up using these three types of adverbs, okay, where the adverbs of manner tells us on how something is done. When it comes to adverbs of place, it tells us where something is done. And when we talk about adverbs of time, then it tells us about when something is done. Okay? And these three adverbs will be always placed at the end of a sentence. Okay? So that is the adverb placement for you in English. Hope this is clear to you, and hope you can understand when to place the adverb in a sentence. I'll be back with a new lesson soon. Until then, you take care and have a great day.